Good evening, Southeast Texas. Thank you for joining us. I'm Kara Willis. Of course, all eyes are on the Gulf this evening as southeastern Louisiana prepares for the first major hurricane of the season. New Orleans Mayor LaToya Cantrell urging residents to evacuate earlier today.
What we know is today, right now, everyone has to make a decision to leave voluntarily, which I'm recommending. Do that. Prepare yourselves. If you're going to leave, you need to do that now.
And here's a look at residents of Louisiana heeding that warning earlier as they continue to evacuate the area. This is video from Interstate 12 near Baton Rouge showing a steady line of cars fleeing Hurricane Ida. Now let's send it over to our Storm Tracker Center now, where Christiana is keeping an eye on the storm. So Christiana, are we expected to experience any effects of Ida?
I think it's just too far off towards the east. Of course, if we do get feeder bands, we could get maybe some tropical storm force wind gusts. So that's not sustained winds. That could be a gust, not very long lasting. So little to no impacts right now for Southeast Texas and Southwest Louisiana. This is just too far off towards the east is what we are forecasting as it makes landfall. So right now it is sustaining 105 mile per hour winds. Hurricane Ida there moving northwest at 16 miles per hour. It's a Category 2. Forecasted to be a Category 3 as we head into the overnight hours into early tomorrow morning. Models right now, pretty good consensus where this thing's going. It's going right straight into southeast Louisiana. It will make landfall in Terrebonne Parish. So looking at the updated track, our 10 p.m. track, it is going to strengthen into a Category 4 right before making landfall. And this has shifted more off towards the east. So it's looking like as it continues to move north, it does weaken about 100 mile per hour winds before it makes way right through Baton Rouge, and this will impact some portions of New Orleans, still feeling hurricane force winds there. It remains on the bad side of the cone. So it looks like it will continue to weaken as it makes its way towards western Mississippi, still as a Category 2 hurricane, and then it will become a tropical depression sustaining about 35 mile per hour winds by Monday afternoon as it continues to shift off towards the northeast. So still tropical storm warnings in effect for the Mississippi and Alabama coast, and of course for coastal areas of Louisiana there. But southwest Louisiana is looking good. Possibly some tropical storm force winds there. Right now on radar across our area, showers have died down and it looks like mostly dry forecasts out there as we head into tomorrow morning with little to no rain chances in the next couple of days. We will continue to talk about the impacts here locally and what we're going to be seeing for the next 7 days.
I left my house this morning at 5 o'clock, 5:30 this morning, and I'm just getting to the Beaumont, Lake Charles area 12 hours later.
We had lots of people on the road in Southeast Texas earlier this afternoon as well. And here is a look at the traffic that was on I-10 earlier as residents of Louisiana continue to make their way to safety. The American Red Cross and the Salvation Army are preparing teams to send to Louisiana to help families who will be without resources. 12 News reporter Dominique Lay found out what local resources are available for those crossing state lines. Dominique, how can people out there get help?
Well, Kara, right now you can see that there's a lot of people behind me on I-10. They're trying to get back in here to Beaumont, but local resources will become available for those people that are heading into Texas.
As Ida heads to the coast, disaster recovery teams are gearing up.
We're doing heavy-duty preparation, making sure that we have resources in place.
Jennifer Sparks from the American Red Cross says they're expecting the storm to intensify and urge people to make proper evacuation plans.
So right now we are getting shelters set up in East Texas. We are going to be making sure that we are ready for people who are coming across the state lines.
Salvation Army Captain Jason Moore says along with the Red Cross, they're going to be providing that extra help.
And we go out and help those folk that need the help the most, and in the places where people are most experiencing the most fear.
Moore says their main goal is to get people the basic necessities like food.
Probably have mobile kitchens that are preparing the food, either right here in Beaumont or maybe right over in Lake Charles, somewhere near the disaster recovery site.
Sparks says as soon as the storm is over, they're going to need all the resources they can get.
So anybody who can come out to be a shelter volunteer We will provide all the trainings, but we need hands. That is our biggest call to action right now.
The American Red Cross and the Salvation Army are pleading for people to step up and volunteer. You can find out more on how to volunteer on our website, 12newsnow.com. In Beaumont, Dominique Lay, 12 News.
All right, thank you, Dominique. And mandatory evacuations have been ordered for those outside the levees in the New Orleans area, but hospital patients are being forced to shelter in place. ABC's Elizabeth Schulche has the details.
President Biden already signing an emergency declaration for Louisiana, deploying FEMA emergency response personnel to the Gulf Coast.
We pre-positioned food, water, generators, and other supplies in the area. Power restoration and mobile communication support teams are also en route. We've also closely coordinated with the electric utilities to restore power as soon as possible.
The National Hurricane Center advising everyone to finish preparations Saturday as Ida quickly approaches.
The wind speed at landfall is projected to be sustained in the neighborhood of 140 miles per hour. This is a very strong storm, and so everybody out there needs to be very careful.
New Orleans once again in the crosshairs, exactly 16 years after Hurricane Katrina devastated the city as a Category 3 storm.
You need to be prepared for damaging wind, power outages, heavy rain, tornadoes. What I am told is that this storm in no way will be weakening.
Mandatory evacuations in place for thousands outside the levee system. Other parts of the city under voluntary evacuation.
If you are intending to leave, do so now. There's a small window of time for evacuation, but by this evening you need to be ready to shelter in place.
Gerald Mercandell remembers Katrina. He's decided to evacuate.
When Katrina was here, hey, I had to stand in the water, and I slept on the bridge for 2 days. I'm not about to do that again.
Others are preparing to hunker down, boarding up homes and businesses, many waiting in long lines for gas and sandbags. Meantime, Louisiana has one of the highest rates of COVID-19 in the country. Crowded hospitals are unable to evacuate patients and are now preparing to shelter in place. Elizabeth Schulze, ABC News, New Orleans, Louisiana.
The Orange County Sheriff's Office is mourning the loss of a deputy who served the Southeast Texas community for more than 2 decades. Deputy Craig Boudreau, 59, died Saturday morning after being hospitalized for more than a week due to COVID-19 complications. According to an Orange County Sheriff's Office spokesperson, Boudreau began working with the Orange County Sheriff's Office in 1999 and retired at the top of 2020. Boudreau is the most recent deputy with the Orange County Sheriff's Office to lose his battle with COVID-19. Orange County Sheriff's Deputy John Bado died Thursday, February 11, 2021, after battling the coronavirus for several weeks in the hospital. Now take a look at this. Southeast Texas reached a new record Friday with 705 new cases of the coronavirus reported across the 8-county region. Jefferson County accounted for 529 of those new cases. Lumberton ISD and Hardin County Health Services will team up to provide a drive-through COVID-19 testing site for the public on Sunday and Monday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Embry Health will be set up outside Lumberton Intermediate School to conduct drive-through testing for COVID-19 to the general public. Please register. Enter a time for your health insurance information when registering and bring proof of insurance with you. No copay will be charged. For those who are uninsured, other options are available to the provider, so they will not charge you. For more information on that, head to our website at 12newsnow.com.